What's good? It's your boy Mark about another video. In this video, I will be going over 3 key things that you could do before entering a trade. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Also, click the notification bell so you can be the first to know once I upload videos on how you can make some daily cash. All right, guys. So before I enter a trade, I do these 3 things. So let's jump into it. All right, guys. First thing first is I definitely like to start with Forex Factory to check the news. Even though we're trading futures, we still come to Forex Factory. Because this has all of the major news that coming out for your currency. So, me personally got my settings on just the USD and red folders only, and also when the market closed. I mean, you could have your orange folders on check as well. So we're just gonna apply that so we can see those news as well. But the main ones that make the market just move is the red folders. You do got some orange folders that do make the market move as well. They are impact folders, but I like to mainly focus on the red folders. Your job is just make sure you know what time the news come out, what the news actually is, and how it can affect, what instrument you trading. This right here can help you with just not entering crazy trades. So let's say you enter a buy, then you don't even know the news come out at 8:30. And you in a buy and then news come out negative and then more tank. You feel me? So this can help you kind of avoid just taking losses in a way of you not knowing what's going on technically. Because the fundamental part is basically the candles, and then this is technical. So once you get just good with knowing which news basically makes the market moves the most, then you'll kind of focus on those. You wouldn't just try to come trade every single news event. Like when Trump speaking, the market gonna do something crazy. Powell speaking, the market gonna do something crazy. CPI, NFP week. So you need to know if you're brand new to trading, the first week in the market is packed with news. All right. It's NFP week. So you just gotta know that. All right. So step one, come check the news. All right. So you don't be blind to anything. You want to be on the side of that news. All right. All right, y'all. So the second thing I like to do is to identify the trend. So this right here is a trade that I actually took today. This was a nice little wick off of a key area. As you see, we had a little buy sitting right here at this zone. Price literally came down, grabbed liquidity. I could have got a better entry, but that was good enough for me. 200-point move. It's just like a quick little look. Just see, what do you see? All right. So when we talk about trend, it's 3 type of trends. The market moves like this: up, pull back, up, pull back. All right. This is an uptrend. So you'll see the market creating like higher highs. So this is a higher high right here because this high is higher than this high. Or you'll see a higher low. This low is higher than this low. So basically everything you'll see will be going up. All right. A downtrend, of course, it goes down, then it pulls back, and it goes down, and it pulls back, and then it goes down. Same way, but the opposite of the buy. See that? And then you'll have lower lows. All right. So you got this low right here is lower than this low right here. All right. This low right here is lower than this low right here. And then the last trend is kind of like consolidation. It's moving sideways. All right. It's not really going nowhere. So you got uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. I know I probably could have did a better example, but we can look at it in real time. I just want to make a short little demonstration. But as you see right here, you see how price pushing up, pulling down, pushing up, pulling down, pushing up. But this is not really a good example of a trend. And this right here just shot straight up. So let's see. Okay, so like right here. All right, so this is an example right here. You see how price literally pulled down, pulled back, pulled down, pulled back, pulled down. You know what I'm saying? So it was creating these lower lows. All right, right here, right here. So basically, this is what I like to do. I just like to glance at the market. I like to see what trend we in first. All right. Now, just because it looks like it's bullish or look like it's bearish, just off glance, don't mean that that's what you just automatically got to do. So that take us to the next thing, which you have to do a top-down analysis. All right. So I start with the daily time frame. That's what I do. Now you don't have to mark up anything on a daily time frame. If you want to, that's totally up to you. If you want to mark up like some key areas, key zones, but I personally just come look and see what this candle look like. Is this candle bearish or bullish? So this goes with identifying the trend as well. Um, but once again, the second step is just like a quick look, a glance, what the market is doing. So you gotta look, make observations. Don't just hop in trades. So this the daily time frame. We're looking bullish. So then I go to the 4 hour. I look and see what's going on in the 4 hour. Do we got any demands? Do we got any supplies? Do we got are we breaking structure? What this 4 hour candle is looking like? Is it bullish or bearish? So that's what I'm saying. Is everything adding up? That's what I'm looking for. Then we go down to the 1 hour. Same thing. Is this 1 hour kind of bullish? Are we breaking structure? Are we at a demand? Are we at a supply? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta do a top down analysis on everything from all the time frames, all the way from the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. Like I say, I don't do any marking up until I get to the 5 minute. Now I can say on a 4 hour, you can mark up key zones. I do mark up key areas on a 4 hour. You want to look for certain things, also gaps, fair value gaps. You don't want to forget those, but supply, demand, fair value gaps, liquidity, support, resistance. You just want to look for all of those key things on the higher time frame. All right. And then, like I say, just scale down to the smaller time frame to see if everything is matching up and lining up. And when everything is in confluence and everything is literally lining up, matching up, that's the key to take the trade, especially if the 5 minute is matching up with the higher time frame. All right. So in order for you to know if the market is matching up with the higher time frame, you have to mark up your key zones and your key areas, so you'll be able to see. Now, one thing I've learned over the years is the higher time frame, guys, is way stronger than the lower time frame, but they all are the same. They just need to match up. 5 minute time frame is for entries, in my opinion. All right, that's how I go about it. I enter on the 5 minute, but I look for the higher time frame, price action. I'm looking for where it can go on the higher time frame. So once everything match up, you good to take the trade. So if the daily is bullish, the 1 hour is bullish, the 4 hour is bullish, the 5 minute is like bullish, you good. But when you enter, it need to be at an area. So let's say everything bullish. You need to let the 5 minute come back into like a demand area to take a buy. If everything bearish, you want to wait till the 5 minute show you some type of bearish setup. So you kind of gotta wait for it to set up on a smaller time frame so it can, so you can get the best entry possible to ride it out on a higher time frame. You don't want to just enter a buy or a sell just because the 4 hour or the daily looks bullish or bearish. So like I said, guys, everything has to line up. That's the main three things that I do before I enter a trade. So yeah, guys, so just make sure that everything is lining up and you're not just hopping in trades. Preparation is the key before entering a trade and not just being anxious or just wanting to make some money. All right. So if you like the type of content, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell. Other than that,